I'm the man. I'm the man of fashion.
My style is far more depth. It's far more depth to it. It's got far more longevity. Yeah, it's all about significant historic points of reference, but you still have to understand and know how to update it.
Yeah, keep with the trends, isn't it?
Exactly. We'll keep with the style of what people want at the moment. But the point is, where we have got a big advantage is that the key points of my style are a bit more diverse. So as much as it is very elegant, is an element of dandiness to the style, etc., there are still things that make my thing look a bit more individual to what Mark Powell is. I mean, even my shirts. I mean, I have the spear collar shirt. It's a classic example of a shirt which, you know, as a couple of people try to do their diluted versions, but I've done these shirts for like 30 years. I mean, and again, it's only a take on the old 1930s spear collar, which again had a renaissance in the 60s, and this has probably got a little bit more of a thing to that, obviously because of the tab on the collar. And then the round one here, which is very much again taking on, although both of these shirts really came into existence or came into their thing in the 30s originally, but they had a big renaissance in the 60s. But the great thing with them is they do transcend, they do cover Mark Powell's style very well, so they can look good whether you're doing 30s inspired, 40s inspired, and of course obviously 60s inspired. This is very, very, very 60s, obviously, this one with the cover buttons, a close gorge on the lapel and everything else. Whereas this very much has a strong nod towards late 1930s, but it's almost a country style because it's got the flap at the top and the peak lapels, and then you've got a square front on the jacket.
Yeah, the longer jacket.
Longer jacket, and then the inverted pleat. And this is very much, again, a late 50s, early 60s influence, but then by just simply putting the velvet on, it gives it a slightly more sort of formal style, which could easily work as a sort of black tie or dinner look, but equally would look great for a formal event like a wedding as well. But then if you wear it in a modern way, it could look very cool and just a trendy, contemporary little suit. Simply by just doing the velvet on it, little tips of velvet, it just gives it a nice edge. Even here, like you've got the velvet pipes on the jets.
It's got a nice roll on the lapels.
Yeah, well,
you don't get that on many suits.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that you wouldn't get this on many manufactured suits.
Top man,
Yeah, that's it. They're known Top Man and all those sort of places. They might be able to now do a very, very tailored suit. But the problem is with a lot of it, because it's obviously that they don't use canvas inside the suit, you don't get that natural roll.
No, exactly, yeah, it's not.
So even though this is only a ready-to-wear suit that sells, you know, for under £1,000, it has still got a lot of elements of what a good bespoke suit would have, even the sleeve shape and everything else.
Yeah, it's like I'm thinking it fashion for the masses, style for the few, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, what we've tried to do with the ready-to-wear that I do in here, we basically tried to capture all the key elements that I always do in my bespoke work.
Cool,
So,
yeah.
And
it's just as good, but someone else can afford it.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone
You make
like
it.
can
No,
afford
it makes it affordable for a guy like yourself,
yeah, exactly.
or whatever. So you can get a £3 or £4 suit with the styling. And the great thing about the Mark Powell thing, which is what no one can do on Savile Row, and no one can do with modern men's fashion, no one can do with their knowledge from the past, is because I've got such a strong knowledge of style. My tailoring has always been more led by style, which is very much about the ideal of a working class boy that used to go to a tailor's in the 40s, 50s or 60s, or even in the 70s, and use the tailor to create their individual style. So it's not about just wearing a nice tailored suit, it's about making a statement with the styling of the suit that you're wearing. And, you know, this is where not many people have got that. You know, they might be able to follow the current on-trend look, but they haven't got enough knowledge of style where things don't date and they don't look timeless. Like this suit, 25 years old. You know, you can't say, oh, well, this looks a bit like it's from the early 90s, can you really? Because obviously it's very 30s inspired, but it's still got enough classicness to it to the point of its style to still look very timeless.